The craft with you and Korgath is coming down. You can see the shore growing below you. Korgath is freaking out a bit. He's saying, "Should we jump? What do we do?"
Okay, look, wait, hang on a second, now, let me think. And I'm trying to, like, see how fast we're plummeting. Is there any way I can roll for that, just to see, like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Insight,
we have
insight.
a few
Open
seconds
check.
before this will impact the ground. Okay, so I'm going to just insight, maybe?
Yep. Insight.
Okay. That's a 13.
Yeah, you're going pretty fast, but you're two like pretty hardy people. You think you've got like a decent handle on when to jump out.
Okay.
And it's probably coming up like pretty quick.
Okay. Okay, hang on, Korgath, and I'm looking out the window. Okay. And I look at the door to his left, which is gone at this juncture. Yep. It's just gone. Okay, man. When I say jump, you jump, okay? And I open my door and I just kind of attempt to kick it as hard as I can, so that I also have an exit point.
Yeah,
for this
sure.
Vehicle.
Absolutely. Instead of opening it, just kick the fucking thing off.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Might. Open check.
Okay. And I rear back and just 13.
Yeah. It's probably not like as like you don't have a good leverage, but you're still able to do it. It's just not as impressive as before when you just fucking launched that thing.
Right.
Across Korgath's lap. You're just like, yeah, fuck you. Just open the door, throw that shit open.
Right. Yep. Okay, but it does open, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have like 6 seconds. Do you know how to roll?
I'll figure it out.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, jump! And I launch myself out of the window onto what I hope is land below.
Yeah. It's like snowy, and I mean it's horrifically cold. As you fly out of this thing, you are maybe like 10 feet up, I think. You pick a decent time to jump out here, and you just try your best to roll. This is going to be, I think, Dex and Dex.
I want it to look really cool. Will that cost me anything extra?
It might. Yeah, let's see what you get. Open check, Dex.
Okay.
It is not cool. It is horrific. How does this go horribly wrong?
So I wanted to attempt
It's not a
to
fumble. It's not a fumble,
yeah,
so it's not the
but
worst.
it is a 5.
You definitely don't look cool.
It's a low number. So I try to do that like 3-point land, where one hand's on the ground and like skid to a halt, and instead I double over and I crunch my elbow and it goes directly into my own side, and I'm just like, oh, and I like catch my elbow in my own stomach and just start doing somersaults involuntarily.
Korgath doesn't look much more graceful. He just kind of like hits his side. You can hear like the wind get launched out from his mouth as he gets the wind knocked out of him. And he's rolling like sideways. Like he tried to land so he would roll forward and instead land sideways. And he's just like.
Oh.
He's just spinning and like sliding.
Oh, Korgath, did you make it, dude?
Sticks a thumb up.
Terminator style. Okay, great. And I look around.
Yeah, in the distance.
Because we have some kaiju near us, no?
Yeah, in the distance you can see a pretty terrifying sight. There are many kaiju. Sort of like wandering around almost aimlessly. There's a red sort of almost like a factory looking building with belching smoke coming out of smokestacks in the distance that you can see through the snow. It's not really a common looking sort of architecture that you've seen. If anything, it almost looks like it would be something you would see on Earth.
Korgath? And I kind of stumble over to him because I'm like, oh god, ow, 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 I've really landed on my leg wrong. Hey, we got to get up. We got to go, like right now. And I point in the distance. That's where we need to be.
In there?
Yes. Yes, look, that's the only shelter we're going to find. For miles we have to try.
I suppose it's better than the Kaiju.
Yes,
How do
and
we get
I have
past
to help
them?
him up. Come on. They're gonna find us if we just linger here. Then I start to like drag him along if I can.
How do we get past them?
I don't know. We're just gonna have to lay low. And I look off into the horizon. How far away are these kaiju? Can I assess that?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to make a roll for it. I mean, they're just kind of like wandering around. If you imagine like penned animals, like on a farm or something,
Yeah.
it almost looks like that. There's no like
Okay.
pens or anything, but they're just kind of like moving around, lumbering around, like.
Have they
look-
noticed us?
You don't think so?
Okay.
They haven't made any sort of, motion towards you that you can tell.
Okay. Korgath, I think we just have to lay low as low as we possibly can, okay? I mean, looks like there's a fair bit of snow around us at least, so, maybe they won't see us.
All right.
Look, wait, here. And I take off the sun bear cloak and I give it to him. Here, your lips are blue, dude. Just take that for a while and we're just gonna have to huddle and make it towards that, okay? And look, it's glowing, so it's kind of like a beacon, right? We'll be fine.
I don't know if that's good.
Really fast.
I don't think that's good.
Yeah. And we just keep. I just keep trudging through and we kind of huddle together. And I look back behind me and I can see through all of this like snow fog, this blizzard, the lights, the headlights, they slowly start to get dimmer and weaker.
Oh no,
and
the
weaker.
vehicle crashed behind you. Maybe a second
Oh,
or so after you
was
jumped
it
out.
actually?
Yeah.
Like, did we total the fucking vehicle?
Oh yeah, the thing blew up for
oh,
sure.
Shit. So I
Yeah.
start to see the fires of the vehicle explosion grow dimmer and dimmer as we walk and time passes. I'm guessing there were probably some explosions that probably would have looked cooler.
Yeah, it probably wasn't like a gigantic, Michael Bay level explosion, but it probably was like a muffled sort of like.
Okay, well, in any case, trudging forward towards whatever that looks like some kind of factory. Like,
Yeah.
Very, very weird to have that out here.
Give me Dex and Dex.
Okay.
I'm gonna say let's do this. Let's do a roll check here.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be 14.
14. Okay. That's a 5. That is a failure.
You don't happen to have any traits or anything that you might be able to invoke to re-roll that?
That's a terrifying question. I do have invoke trait. The thing is, I can.
You don't have any traits that would justify re-rolling this?
God, but I have to spend an ultimate point, Mr. DM, and I only have 2 ultimate points left.
I'm throwing it out there.
Wait. If you're throwing it out there, then that means I have to catch something, and I'm going to try to catch it as best as I can. Hang on. Oh, everything costs money. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to invoke a trait.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 1 ultimate point to invoke one of my traits and re-roll this.
What trait are you using to re-roll this?
See, that's the thing. I'm not entirely.
I'm waiting for you to lawyer it for me.
Villains don't follow the rules, whack.
Yeah. Thank you. Iris, see? Iris understands. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the failure instead.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep that ultimate point. I'm gonna hang on to that.
Very
That's
well.
all I got.
Choice has been made. So, as you begin to sneak your way towards this this red factory, you and Korgath are doing your best to stay close to the ground. There's occasional like rocky outcroppings and boulders and things, or just large patches of ice. And as you make your way closer, you hear this cracking noise. And your feet go out from under you. You and Korgath begin to fall into some sort of ravine as you're making your way closer. You begin to fall. What do you do?
Probably start to scream.
Okay. Korgath is falling. Let's see, which of you fell first?
I'd also, depending on how
For
long
you,
this fall
and
is,
for Korgath
depending
fell
on how
first.
long this, oh no, oh that's no good. I imagine my wits will probably have gone out from under me as well, so it might take me like I guess I want to see how long it would take me to realize, okay, I can levitate. Maybe. Would that be a thing?
You can.
Okay, cool. What would I need to roll for that? How do I
don't have to roll for
make this
that.
happen? Okay.
Korgath is falling though.
Okay. I make an attempt to dive after Korgath
Okay.
once I gather myself from falling.
Yeah, I think
Again. Yeah.
I think this will probably be Dex and Insight. And I'm
Okay.
going to say the difficulty is 12.
Okay. That's a 5. That's a failure. Gosh.
Okay. Korgath is falling down the ravine. You are flying, trying to speed up and catch him. He, as he's falling, he's trying to reach out and grab stuff. He pulls out his axe, tries to, slow himself down, but it's just, it's not making, it's not allowing him to grab enough purchase inside the ice, and it just kind of clatters, clatters off the side. He connects with part of an icy outcropping in the ravine, and you hear him yell, and just kind of echoes throughout the cavern here. You can make one more check to try and catch him.
One more check. I already know what I want to do. I want to spend an ultimate point to create some kind of pond or pool, something that we can land into that is water.
I will definitely allow that.
Okay, awesome.
Now,
I spend an ultimate point as I kind of go down like this, because I realize that I'm also going to be falling, and I just hope that it's deep enough to catch both of us.
do you make it deep enough?
I think I do, yeah. I'm imagining something that's giant, cavernous, maybe 150, 200 feet.
How do you visualize this happening? What do we see?
It's already... It's not exactly like, the Gandalf scene in Lord of the Rings, right? Where you're like, oh man, that's just a huge cavern. It's really quite dark, and it's a lot more narrow, but this kind of clay starts to dissolve. We watch it dissolve almost instantly, and there's this... It looks like claymation the way it fills up almost immediately with water. Like how stop motion water kind of has that droplet effect. It looks like chink like that. And I'm doing this, and immediately you see this as I sink into this water.
What's the temperature of the water?
Yeah, oh, it's cold. It's very cold, and it's colder the deeper you go. I didn't think about the temperature of the water, but because I didn't think about it, it's going to be at least as cold as it is up top, if not colder. What's interesting though is that it's colder at the surface. The deeper you go, it starts to kind of even out. And not really get much colder. In fact, it starts to get much warmer. I don't experience this because I don't go as deep as it would take. So I'm just like in this water getting stopped kind of like something in Jell-O. And I open my eyes to like complete cold, icy darkness. And I just start, clawing my way up into what direction I think is up.
All right, I'm going to make a roll for Korgath. Where'd he go? There he is. All right, this is going to be Dex and Might. Let's have a roll. Open check.
For me?
Yep.
Dex and Might. Oh no.
Korgath got a 9.
I got an 8.
Okay. It's one of those things where, like it's warm below the surface. You fell kind of far and you did like one of those pencil, make your body like a pencil if you fall into the water kind of situation. And you went down pretty far and it was like warmer down there, but as you're like going up, like you feel yourself like getting more confused and turned around, and the ice and stuff all around the water is a bit like it's not giving you vertigo, but it's like really hard to orient yourself, you're going towards the light and it's kind of refracting and reflecting and it's a little confusing, and it's also snowing outside, like up above, so your mind is like playing tricks on you as you're climbing up, and you feel like you're losing your breath a little bit, and Korgath is just kind of like swimming as best as he can up, trying not to freeze, and you can see several like things like falling off of Korgath, like the sun bear jacket is like falling off him, like he's taking off like frantic, just trying to swim upwards, and he drops like his axe, he drops the jacket, and he's just frantically swimming up. It takes you longer than you're expecting, and you burst forth from the surface like almost completely out of breath.
I sputter.
And you can see like there's a little bit of blood trickling out around Korgath as he comes up.
I swim over to him as best as I can.
Where did that water come from?
We landed in an underground lake. We got really lucky, and I look around for somewhere that we can maybe crawl
I
onto.
thought it wasn't there before. It wasn't there.
Okay, it's okay. Just concentrate on breathing. Just concentrate on breathing, and I'm kind of like dragging him along with me as my legs kick us to maybe some kind of shore. I don't know if I can see anything down here.
There is light, but very little. It's just kind of the white, sort of moonlit reflection cascading down. So it's very minimal. And the moonlight probably dances across the surface of the water a bit. And, Korgath is just following you, just kind of like blindly. He's just a bit delirious and like he took a nasty spill on the way down here. You can definitely find like something to grab onto. Absolutely.
Okay. And I eventually reach out a hand, and it's some kind of rock. I don't know. Can we climb this? Korgath, and I bring him over to the side so that he can also put one of his limbs
I
on.
still have my
on this.
ice hatchet. I didn't think I would need the ice pick.
Okay.
Lost my axe. Oh, shit.
Yes, yeah. It's, yeah. God, I look up. at
He's
the
fumbling
moon.
a bit for his ice pick.
We need to get dry.
Yes, we do. And I look around. Is there anywhere we can crawl onto and not just like hang on?
Find out.
'Cause we're gonna
Insight
lose
and
our
insight.
strength.
Open check.
What was it? Insight and insight?
Yep.
10.
Yeah, there's a place for you to kind of like climb onto to get your footing.
Okay.
I mean,
Out of the water at least?
Yeah, I mean, you made this pool, so there's probably a place to stand on.
I'm hoping so. I wasn't thinking about that when I made it, so. Come on. And I kind of like help Koragath get his hand up there. Okay, ready? You just have to lift yourself. And I lift up and climb onto this, I guess, platform. It's kind of craggy, but it's at least somewhere we can get dry. And I'm just clawing on because my strength is tapped. And I see him kind of struggling, like, okay. 1, 2, 3.
You can see like his elbow is like pressed really hard into his left side.
I think I broke a rib.
Yeah. Maybe.
Didn't
I
expect
don't know
to
how far
die.
down we are.
Didn't expect to die in some ravine. I thought it would be inside a Kaiju stomach.
Hey, don't get too optimistic. Maybe we'll still die inside a Kaiju stomach.
Freeze to death soon.
No. Don't say that, because then as soon as he says freeze to death, I remember that I'm freezing and start chattering as well. Oh man, and I look around. There's no way to assess how far down we are, right?
You can. I think I'll go off of your previous insight check. You're maybe like 100 feet down.
Okay.
I don't know if I can make the climb,
No, I know. I don't think I could either.
but I damn well try.
Is there any way? How close are we to the entrance?
The entrance? I mean,
I guess
you're
to
down
the-
about 100 feet. I mean, you're just in a ravine. It just collapsed.
Okay. And can we see up into it?
You probably
from here?
have pretty bad visibility. I'll let
Okay.
you do a check, but it's going to be really hard. Like, it's going to be a 14.
Okay. For insight and insight?
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you just don't have great visibility. You barely made out the fact that you're maybe 100 feet down.
We need to keep moving if we
Yeah,
can't
we do,
make
we
a
do.
fire. Or you have a fire.
Can I make a fire? I should just be able to make a fire. Hang on a second, Korgath. And I look at the ground. System?
Yes.
There you are. Hey, look, I know I said for you to leave me alone and to not talk to me anymore, and that I really didn't need your help. But, now I'm stuck in a cave, with this guy who really doesn't deserve to be down here. I kidnapped him, and now he might die. And I only have one ultimate point left. Can I just, and I feel around on the ground. Can I just make a fire here?
You have the powers of creation.
Right.
It simply
yes,
needs
but
fuel.
fire needs fuel. I only have one ultimate point. I look at Korgath, who has like frozen snot leaking into his mouth that's becoming like a frozen snot beard into his braids. And I use an ultimate point to create a roaring fire inside of this ravine.
Is it just like one of those big beach bonfire types?
Yes.
What are you imagining?
Yes. Yes. Okay. We're on the area that we are is large enough to where it can have both of us, but also have a pretty decent fire going. And at that level of like, I feel this warmth immediately, right? It's like, wow, flame, instantaneous. At the same time, all of my energy is just gone. It's like sapped. It's like being next to something so warm, and yet you're just beyond starving. Like you just cannot. And I just kind of sit back and relax.
What?
And let Korgath say whatever.
Oh, what did you do? How? What did you do? How did you do that? Is that magic?
Yeah. Yeah, it's magic. Korgath, you just... I tap him on the shoulder. You just stay here, okay? I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look around. And you thaw. Look, can you swim?
I can swim.
Okay. Get your strength back. I'll go look for something for us. Maybe a way out. I don't know. And I get up and I let my hands warm up just a little bit by the fire, even though it's like this inner coldness. And I start walking away just to maybe feel my way out into a cave or something.
Okay. You leave Korgath by the fire. He says,
Wait, are you going to fight the Kaiju without me?
I turn back. No. Stay put. They're up there. We're down here. We're safe for now. Not fighting anybody.
You are a strange woman.
Yes.
I never thought the Savior would be like this.
Me neither. Okay, rest up. And I turn around and walk away.
okay. And you're looking for some sort of what?
At this juncture, something not just to tunnel our way up, but anything that looks like it could potentially lead to another exit, because this is a lot of cragginess. I'm guessing it's rock down here.
Rock and ice.
Rock and ice. Okay.
I'm also gonna need.
So
I also need a check from you.
okay.
You're out of ultimate points, right?
Yes,
now.
I am. I'm very out of ultimate points. That's one reason I wanted to get away from Korgath.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a willpower, and this is going to be difficulty 12 to start.
It's a 15 success.
Yeah, you're keeping it together right now, but you can feel the need.
I trudge forward. And I am fully intent on just leaving Korgath there. I know where he is. He's hardy. Now he has a fire. And he has an ice pick. But I can't be around him. I can't do it, man. I have to come back for him. And I start to I look at my hands and I can see the veins in my palms and in my arms, and things are just kind of like pulsing.
And you are effectively looking for what exactly?
A way out.
Okay. Insight and insight, open check.
13.
Okay. Up ahead, you can see maybe a minute or two away from the fire. You can see that there's like, it's not like a switchback, but you can see maybe some like pillars of ice and rock. And I think you're doing a little bit of math to see if like you might be able to jump between them and maybe climb a little bit and jump and climb. And you think it's possible, but it looks a little sketchy.
I look over the edge. Can I see the bottom?
Of the ravine, I think you're near the bottom.
So this jump then, what threat does it present to me?
Well, the higher you go, the more dangerous a fall would be.
I start climbing.
Okay. This will be might and might, you think? Open check.
14.
Yeah. It's tough, but you're pretty fucking strong. It's the equivalent of basically doing pull-ups, and you could probably do a lot of pull-ups. So slowly but surely, you begin making your way up. 10 feet up, 20 feet up, 30 feet up. You have to make a jump now. Or something else.
I'm gonna try and jump. I don't even think about it.
Okay. I'll say might and dex for this.
Is that open?
Yep.
9.
Okay. You jump, and you make it to the other side, but you begin to fall as you do.
And my fingers are like clawing at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. You begin to fall. I need might and might. Difficulty is 14.
Ugh. 23 success.
Holy shit. Yeah. It's crazy. You slide and you fall, and then you just yeet yourself back up. It's almost like you forget how strong you are.
And I'm like double jump back onto the surface. My legs are kind of kicking air. And it's like an anime scene where all of my features are just gone, and it's like 2 little beady eyes, and it's just like just puffs of air. Mm-hmm. And I keep climbing.
Okay. 40 feet, 50 feet, 60, 70, 80, 90, and you make your way to the surface.
My legs are like kicking below me, like. And then I launch myself, one last effort, kind of like a seal when they're like, woo, out of water, like that, and just face first into the snow, like, oh. And my face is tomato red, sweaty as hell. Like, okay, we're at the top. And I look around. Where am I?
Yeah, you're a little closer to the building and the kaiju. There may be like 200 feet and some change away.
Wow, just 200 feet?
Yeah. They're still kind of like lumbering around. Give me an insight, open check.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Gulp. I start trudging into the snow.
We see this small person making their way. Are you being stealthy? Are you making a beeline for this?
Oh, I don't know if I was thinking about being stealthy. Maybe. No.
You're not.
I
You're just
also. Did you say
walking
there's a
straight up.
person?
No, I said we see you.
Oh.
Like, it's like a scene out of Shadows of the Colossus, you know, like this little tiny person, trudging through the snow, and these kaiju, and there's 13 of them around. As you're walking straight towards them, there is no reaction from the kaiju.
I straighten up a bit. And I keep walking.
Okay. As you approach maybe 15 feet away, there's a smell that you sort of recognize here. That smell of death from Cryptia. And as you look at the kaiju, you realize there's bits of flesh and stuff missing from these creatures. And they look a little bit less beast-like and a little bit more humanoid-like. They've got, a few of them have like massive horns. And some of their bones are poking through their skin.
And they don't notice me?
Not that you can tell.
I just keep walking, and
It's at this point, basically when you're right in the middle of the kaiju, that you see something burst forth from a door in the factory. Familiar shape. What the fuck are you doing here?
Oh, Laser Cravenmore. Oh no. Oh no, the last person I'd ever want to see.
How did you find me?
I
Climb my ass and call me Michael.
Oh. I straighten up as if rehearsing some kind of like theater project. Yes. My arch nemesis. I was looking for you the whole time.
I knew it.
Oh, and I mumble under my breath, this guy again. Halt, for it is I who shall stop you. And I start to make my way forward. Laser Cravenmore.
Halt! You may not enter the secret laboratory.
I look around. What do I have to do to get in? To the secret laboratory. And I kind of like look at him like, is there a password?
Of course there's a bloody password, but I'm not going to tell you. And besides, I'm the one that made the bloody thing. So,
Even if you gave it, I wouldn't let you in. What are you doing here? Have you come to disrupt my plans?
No, I don't even know what's going on out here. Laser, what? Why aren't these? What? And I have 1,000 different things, but you built this place?
This is my new entourage.
This? And I point at the kaiju. Those?
Impressive, eh?
Yeah.
It takes a keen mind like mine to go the extra mile.
Right. Yes. Look. I initially wanted to do business with you.
Well, that ship has sailed.
I know, but now, looking at all this, this is just powerful. And I need some of that power. Do you think?
My power? Why would I give you any of my power?
I don't know. 'Cause they're cool? 'Cause I came all the way out here? Just to track you?
I'm still waiting for a good reason. Well, if you don't have a good reason, I suppose you'll just have to die.
Look, no.
All right, chaps. Let's do this. Cue the battle music.
Come on. And I stand out there like, oh, I throw out my hands. I don't have any ultimate points. Oh, I'm so tired. And I grab my shield and I look at his staff like, oh, maybe. You can kind of see me lick my lips as if I'm looking at like a sandwich, like a turkey club, like, Oh, I forgot you have Emberstone in your staff, Laser Cravenmore.
All right. You're even Korgathless.
Yeah.
As Laser claps, the kaiju start to like straighten up, and you can see all of their forms begin to look a little bit more menacing towards you as they tower over you. Oh, let's do this for effect. What do you say?
Oof.
Get that in frame there. Okay. Shall we roll for initiative?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Oh, what's that?
I said I'm sure this will be fine.
Mm-hmm. As I look up, you can see me start to like visibly shake of, oh, there's actually quite a lot of these here.
13.
I look at Laser. Is he doing anything in particular right now?
Oh yeah, he's got his staff out and he's got a big dopey smile on his face.
All right, entourage. Why don't you fuck some shit up? Make her pay. That's what she gets for not falling for my pickup lines.
You see me roll my eyes. Even amidst the exhaustion and fatigue, it's like this fucking guy. And I'm looking up at the kaiju. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 79. Okay, there's just 13, and I'm a little woozy. There's just 13. So I'll be fine. No.
We need an initiative roll from you, please.
17.
Oh, yep, you go first.
Okay. I'm feeling. How close am I to Laser?
I mean, technically in combat here, you're close enough that you can attack him if you would like.
I think I need to try and take his staff.
Okay. How would you like to try to do that?
I back up slowly from the kaiju and I look at him and I'm going to frisbee my shield at him, at his staff.
Okay, you're gonna knock it away from him
and
first.
try and disarm him. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Let's see. I guess this will just be. I think this is probably a might and dex.
Okay. Is this open check or?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 14 critical.
Oh shit! You got an opportunity.
Oh
How would
my
you
God,
like to
let's
use it?
Go. Oh. Okay. All right. Hold up. It's been such a long
Talk about a
time.
clutch crit.
Whoo-wee. Okay, let's see. Oh man. Okay, I think. Oh gosh, give me a second. I think if we can make this possible, I not only disarm him, but I destroy his staff. Like, I think I want to use my shield to the point of like it doinks it so
Absolutely.
hard that it shatters and the Emberstone just.
Yeah, absolutely. The staff just.
Hell yeah.
I mean, and this is like a high. This guy's got high quality shit, you know. So the last fucking thing he's expecting is the staff to actually like shatter. When you throw this shield so hard, he he holds up his staff. Paltry efforts. The last thing that would ever happen is holy shit! It just explodes, and the Emberstone inside the staff. You just see like this red shattering explosion erupt from the staff. He gets launched backwards and falls flat on his ass from the explosion of the staff, and you can see bits of the staff embed into his clothing and tear through him. Ah! Stop!
I didn't think that would work, and I walk over to him. Okay, I'll take this, and I extend an arm, and
you can do that on your next turn. I think.
Damn it!
Yeah, I think that was it for the turn. You got you destroyed the staff. That's a big deal.
Okay. I'll wait. Oh. I kind of stand there with a shocked Pikachu look though, didn't think that would work. You know my strength.
Yep. Okay. And let's see. It's gonna be the kaiju that's closest to you's turn. It will. First and foremost, begin to stink. It has a stench aura, and it will cause you to be weak until the end of your next turn.
Oh.
You are currently weak. It just
let me-
has this overwhelming smell of decay and death.
Oh. That's rank.
And let's see. It also has an aura of despair. These aren't actually actions, by the way. This is just an aura that they have. And you are also shaken as you see these kaiju begin to approach. And this is for the entirety of the combat. Weak and shaken. And then its action is going to be, I think, a claw attack. It will reach up and just kind of sweep a giant claw towards you. Oof, that is a hit with an 18. And that's going to be 45 physical damage.
Oh, gets me right in the shoulder.
We see you like spin and recoil from the hit.
Oh man. How many more are taking their turn?
It's your turn now.
Okay. I look at Laser, who I'm guessing he's still writhing on the ground right now.
Yeah, he's just like getting to his feet right now.
Oh yeah, I want to try and absorb this Emberstone.
Absolutely. How would you like to do that?
I walk over to him and I extend an arm and I believe it's still in like a shard kind of format. And I guess if I may, we can kind of see it liquidate and it turns from completely spiky glass-like into this like gas. And I'm looking at it and you can see that there's this red reflection in my irises and I begin to absorb it.
Roll me a d3, please.
Two.
You gain 2 Ultima points back. As you absorb this Emberstone and Muhn, something else very strange happens. As you absorb this Emberstone, there's a moment where your consciousness expands. First off, you gain a level. Second of all, you get this strange, distant feeling. You've done a little bit of exploration with your consciousness. But as you do this, there's a moment where your consciousness races away from you and towards the Stormveil Rift. Something is wrong. And as you absorb this Emberstone, there's a moment where you feel like a levee is about to burst. You sense the rift, and there is a feeling of maybe being pushed back. A pulsing sensation like a heartbeat. You recognize it. You felt this when you were near the towers. The rift is pushing against the towers always. Always against this pulse that is cascading out from them. You feel the tower explode.
Where? Can I tell?
You can. Please roll me a d6.
5.
The tower near Platea, the tower in Platea near Mellow Grove has just exploded. after this tower explodes, you can feel the rift grow larger. You can start to see the sun coming up. And there is this reddish tinge to it. As you come back to yourself.
No. Is there any more Emberstone left?
You've absorbed it all from the staff.
All of it?
Yep.
And I don't have another action, right?
Your action's done.
I'm standing there kind of dumbfounded, and the certain feeling of urgency and then not being there is very disorienting. So I just kind of stand there like surprised gorilla, like, oh! And that's how I end my turn.
Okay. I think Laser's just freaking out.
This is impossible. That staff was supposed to be unbreakable. I don't believe it. I want my money back. Who's going to pay for this?
I know. It'll be you! And he stands up and he says,
All right, I was going to be nice to you, barely kill you, and then resurrect you, but I don't even think I'm going to do that anymore. I think now it's time to unleash my full powers. All right, entourage, kill her. Be done with her. I've had enough of this one. We'll get the costume when she's dead, don't worry.
and the next kaiju will rush forward.
Kind of
let's
brace
see.
for impact.
Yep. Let's see. I think it is going to. You're basically not going to be able to take weak off because they all have stench aura. So normally it would be at the end of the turn you get to take it off, but these guys are rank. Okay, I think this one will swing its tail at you. It's got this horrible, it's like mostly bone, and just the clumps of flesh still lay upon it, but barely any. And it sweeps its tail towards you. That is a hit for 29 physical damage.
Where does it get me?
Yeah, it just sends you like flying away into another snowbank. Snow comes flying up.
I skid into the snow.
Okay, it is your turn.
I need to escape. I need to flee this scene. I got what I wanted. I don't know what's in the factory, but I don't think I want to deal with 13 kaiju on my own. And now that I have some Ultima points, I think I need to spend at least one to make some kind of getaway.
Okay. How do you think you're doing this?
The first thing I can think of is that I fly out of the area. I don't know how long I would be able to, but at this juncture, it's all I got. And so now I'm running on, I've got these Emberstone, I've got this fuel, and I still need to get to Nocisia. So yeah, my first thought, my first priority is just to leave, flee.
Okie dokie. As you begin to fly away, Muhn, someone else emerges from the factory. Another familiar sight.
You see my face, like, just contort into anger.
You see white hair, glasses, someone that you've been looking for.
I told you I could handle this.
I have 2 fingers pointed upwards, and out of the sort of tips of my fingers is a set of sort of glowing orange code. And I say, why did she destroy a tower?
Destroy a tower? What are you talking about?
This is going to accelerate the schedule a bit too much.
Schedule? What are you talking about?
I look past Laser as if he isn't there at Muhn.
You bastard! You messed with this world. And I change course, and you see, all my attention is directly focused on Tim Cross now.
You have no reason to be here? What brings you to this sunny part of the world, Muhn?
And I look at him dumbfounded, like I hadn't clawed my way up to this point. Nothing brought me here. This is where I ended up. This is where I ended up after hurting my friends and ruining things and kidnapping people. All because I'm just trying to exist. And I zoom in closer. You brought me here. You bastard. You brought me here, and this sniveling, gutless clown just shows up out of nowhere, and you think I just decided to be here? I abandoned everything that I knew.
You think I'm some sort of puppet, Master? I don't see any strings on you.
No. Yeah, then what's all of this? And I gesture to the shattered staff. Why? Why do I need this? Why do I need Emberstone to exist? Why are you in this giant factory? Why are there undead kaiju running around? How did I end up here?
Well, much like you, they're experiments. And, you don't really need the Emberstone, but it is making you much more powerful, isn't it? You've become very powerful indeed. You're almost a transcendent being. Great work.
Experiment, and
Right on track.
I sort of land, and I'm a little wobbly. What do you mean experiment? And I run right up to him, with the intention of throttling him against the ground.
Okay. We, I think we see Muhn sort of like rush forward, and the Kaiju and like Laser Cravenmore say, no, none of that. And they will sort of step in between you and Tim Cross.
I think against my better judgment, I will use whatever I can to get to Tim Cross. Whether or not that's a conscious Ultima point, I use it.
Very well. How
Like
do you
see,
envision
you
that
will
happening?
see, like if there's a block, you will see me explode.
Okay.
I sort of half turn my back to her as she's rushing towards me. I bring up this sort of strange digital display again and start looking at it perplexed.
The kaiju that are there get in your way, and you will let loose. Seems like some sort of explosion. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm just so big mad mode. Tim Cross only objective becomes like a red flag for a bull.
Okay. I'm gonna say that this is gonna use up your Emberstone again. Your Ultima points.
I just make an attempt to bulldoze through everything.
The kaiju basically explode into a shower of meat and rot. There's a horrific splurch of gore that happens. And Laser can't believe his eyes. It's just horrific.
Ah! My beautiful entourage! What have you done?
I don't stop until I get to Tim Cross.
How did she do that?
You rush towards Tim.
I do. My intention is not to just rush and stop. I intend to rush through him.
Okay. She rushes towards you, Tim. What do you do?
She can rush towards me. I continue to sort of have my back slightly turned towards her as I'm looking at a strange digital display. Seem a little perplexed.
Sure. She's rushing like a freight train towards you.
My plans are escalating far too quickly. Frustrating.
She's got the intent to turn you into a fine paste.
There's like this freeze frame of like my fist just like winding up like that in like mid slow motion rush.
As soon as she gets within like a foot or so, just a slight flick of my thumb and I activate the kinetic shield.
And my fist goes in.
As you strike Muhn, it's like equal opposite reaction. The strength and power that you send into the shield is redirected directly back with the same force towards your fist.
And you see me just knocked back completely, good 150, 200 feet, and I skid into the remains of the kaiju, which is very slimy, so I've just got like guts on my face. I'm breathing heavily as if I landed a punch, but it just ended up being a punch on myself, and the wind is just out like
I shoot a look towards her from like over my shoulder and then a slight smirk. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if that was going to work. Anomaly versus anomaly.
I look up at him and I wipe the gore off my face. And I make an attempt to get up, but I am just absolutely tapped. Like my body is jelly. It's jelly. That punch was everything I had, and it knocked me onto the ground without breath. So I'm like,
Have you roll, as a matter of fact, let's have you roll a D100, please.
44.
44 damage from that.
I wasn't sure. I was expecting a little more of you by this point, but again, you seem to have accelerated my plans. How did you do that, by the way, with the tower? You understand what you've done, right? Rather frustrating.
I'm laying on the ground, crumpled in a heap, probably several bones broken, listening to him talk like, You already knew what was going to happen. And I look at him, and there's like froth coming out of my mouth, and I'm so mad. You made me hurt my friends.
Laser is like making his way over. You do know her then? This is the one I was talking about, the savior.
Laser, I don't really need you anymore, to be honest. If you wouldn't mind.
What are you talking about? We had a deal. I would
Yes.
provide you with Emberstone, and you would provide me with an undead kaiju army.
Right. Well, not much use for it anymore, is there? Your plan is to take over Cryptia, perhaps Millifax.
Of course.
Not going to be much left soon, is there? So, really, you're...
I'm gonna make those
quite-
other two lich bitches die.
No, I was really only testing you, using you, to, test her and her powers. I don't really need you anymore, and I would just like to teleport him into space.
What does that look like? What do you do?
Raise my hand, turn it. As I turn it, the sort of orange light and lines of glowing code sort of spiral outwards. I turn it towards him, and it begins to just run up his legs as I move my hand upwards until it's fully palmed towards him. And then
What are you
he's-
doing? Oh, that tickles.
Yes, he's rather
And I
annoying.
look horrified, like,
Right. I suppose we've got to figure out what to do next. Suppose I'll have to make my way out of here. How frustrating.
I spit onto the ground. There's a bunch of blood. Where did you... Oh, it doesn't matter. And I attempt to stand up.
I wonder if you've understood anything about yourself in this time. I mean, you seem to be blaming me for all of this, but really this is all your own doing. I don't believe I had anything to do with you and your capture, your ability.
I look at the kaiju. Who are you?
I'm Tim
Who are
Cross.
you really?
Tim Cross. Well, I'm not just this Tim Cross. I'm many Tim Crosses in one, but I'm still me and me and me. Much like you, I'm somewhat of an anomaly, although I have a different ability to you. That being said, I wouldn't mind yours.
Uh-huh.
So perhaps you could tell me in, small words or something, what it is you think your ability is. We're really running out of time.
It's written on my face how much I hate this guy. But I respond. I can... And it hurts to talk. I can see what's happening. Almost everywhere when it happens. And I can travel outside of my body. But it only seems to happen when bad things happen.
Interesting.
Are those words small enough for you?
What about the absorption?
That I don't know. It just feels like oxygen. I don't know how else to describe it. I make the attempt to stand again. Look, can we do this without these things staring at me? If you know, I've traveled a little bit. Maybe we could just go inside.
Yes, I suppose we probably could pop
Right.
inside, but
It doesn't seem that I pose much of a threat, so I'd at least like to be somewhere warm.
well, I'd say really, you pose quite a large threat. But I have a few things that I really need to tie up. So, as much as I'd like to sort of stand around and have a good chit chat, I need to get out of here, get off of Regalia entirely. Perhaps somewhere warm would be nice.
And something crosses my thought and my brain, and I ask it without even thinking. And blurt it out. Can you teleport me to Nausicaa? Look,
Yes.
you were able to... I don't know what happened to Laser. Ow. But can you just put me... Can you just put me in Nausicaa?
What's in Nausicaa?
Well, I don't know if you would really understand, because you don't seem like the kind of person, but my friends are there. And I'd like to see my friends.
Very well. I don't see why I shouldn't do that, but only in exchange for one thing. If you can truly leave your body and see other things, really try and push yourself. See if you can find another version of yourself elsewhere in this multiverse. Maybe pop yourself over there. And don't worry, I'll find you eventually. Wouldn't mind a touch of your ability.
What?
Really would make things a lot easier for me. And frankly, you've really quite messed with my entire schedule here, so I don't find myself quite this frustrated that often. I'll see if I can send you off to your so-called friends. Which ones are your friends?
Does it really matter?
No, I suppose it doesn't. Alright. I hold my hand up, and the same sort of orange light lines of code spiral outwards, and as I'm sort of turning my hand towards Muhn and you see the code begin to run up her legs, I say, see you soon. And I turn my hand and send her away.
We switch scenes as we venture to Nausicaa. We find our group learning from Irislyth's new arcanum. They've just learned that Anders had died and Irislyth had died. And we're just kind of, I think we see this scene where both are kind of recoiling, learning that they were on opposite sides during the war.
That's what he meant. The truth's in the blood. Constantly kept saying it over and over again. Those body parts scattered all around him was comrades, Spell ripped them apart. That's what he meant by the truth was in the blood. But he was crazy. That's why he was screaming to get out. The anger from Gold was denial. Complete destruction. He wanted to destroy everything. And I was the knowledge. Spellbound. And the one that suffered the most was the one you call
Frank.
Yes. Dealing with all that inside, not understanding. Losing memory. Intertwining with ours. Mine. It all makes sense now.
Well, that's kind of strange, isn't it? You both died? Oof. Kind of sucks for both of you, no?
How are we here?
How are you here? What happened? What happened to your bodies after you died? Were you buried? Did you just, show up again? How common is that?
Maybe there's
Are all
more to
heroes
this.
dead? Mm-hmm.
Truth in the blood. Mangled riddle.
I mean, all that we know is that I at least disappeared for 10 years. I assume then it would be the same for you, Enders. That begs the question, though, then. What is the case with Bo and with Rue? Did they have a similar situation happen, or?
Bigger question is who did the summoning for each?
You reckon it's individual?
There's a war happening. Everyone's probably asking for an answer. There's records of different rituals and how there's... I don't understand it all.
Well, I mean, for one, I'd hate to be the summoner. Imagine spending all that time and energy summoning people, only for them to show up 10 years later and where you don't need them.
No, maybe there was a flaw in the summoning. A component that wasn't.
Or maybe we showed up exactly when they needed us.
Rue!
How long have you been here? Been missing all this time.
Been doing some thinking.
How much did you hear?
Enough.
Is anything happening in there? Any memories of a former life or someone else's life or reminiscences of family, loves?
I don't have anything. It's just been me this whole time. I'm not seeing double like you are. I'm not hearing voices or remembering things that didn't happen to me.
No memorable furballs then?
What about you, Bo?
Hard to say. Nope, just me in here, all blue like.
I don't know. You've been acting quite strange lately. I just haven't said anything. You've been pacing about. You've been acting more and more slime-like.
Well, I mean, thanks for noticing. I mean, I do try, but what do you mean by strange? I mean, it's really boring here. You're all reading, and I'm just around passing the time. Can't help it if I idle around the place, you know?
I throw a glance at Irislit.
What?
Well, you did sort of react as if you were just a regular. Oh, never mind.
You
A
can
regular
finish
what?
your- Yes, you can finish your statement. It's okay. I will not be offended.
No, it's not you. It's Bo. The reaction between you two was not strange, or am I reading this wrong?
I'm not sure if I know what you mean.
Yeah. Typically, if you startle a slime or attack it, its first reaction is to defend itself, absorb.
Oh. Well, I mean, sure. But also, if you startle someone, aren't they going to do the same thing, you know? Right?
I imagine there's probably like a little redness on Irislith's fingertips when she touched Bo.
It's like a jellyfish sting.
Yeah. You've certainly never done that before.
Done what?
Is Omnio still here?
Yep. Just kind of watching and listening.
I'll gently get up and walk over towards them. Are they taller than me, or are they kind of like average?
About the size
your
of a
height?
stag. So you know, they're a little bit bigger than say like a doe or something, but about what you'd expect from your average stag.
Here's Liv. I have a favor to ask.
Hmm?
Ask it about the in-between.
Omnios. I'll try to outstretch my hand, trying to gauge whether or not it's okay for me to touch them.
Just kind of watches you as you do it, and as long as you sort of move slowly, they don't seem to react.
Just very gently put my hand kind of here on its chin. Is there anything else that you can tell us? Anything about the in-between? Anything about my other two friends here?
You begin to hear that chalk on a chalkboard sound as it continues to communicate using the chalkboard, and sort of like gesturing with its antlers. And they say, "I know a great many things. What would you like to know specifically?"
I'll look to the others.
And shortly thereafter, "What are you ready to hear?"
You know our story. What of the others?
I'm not sure if I know if it's relevant or not, you know? Like, aren't we meant to be saving the world? I look nervous.
If you don't wish for this sort of insight to come into our hands, and that's okay, Bo.
No, I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool.
We could
you
also
know?
leave and let you spend a moment with Omnios.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool, comfy in my own membrane.
Are you comfortable hearing what Omnios has to tell you?
Sure? Yes? Maybe?
I'll look towards Omnios and I'll nod. What is Bo's origin?
Slowly scrawled on the chalkboard, it says, Bo died when you died. As Omnio says this, Bo, you begin to remember.
Oh.
How did you die, Bo?
Right. Okay. So, I guess a long time ago, 10 years back, before the war, I wasn't quite the way I am right now. Slimes in this world aren't really individualistic. They kind of are part of a greater. And, well, I was part of a mother slime that was in Platea. And, what would happen is swarms of slime every now and then, small little blue things, would leave and go out and collect and go back to the mother hive, kind of like bees or ants. But obviously, lots of slimes never make it back. They're destroyed, turned to gel, made into potions. But this particular slime colony was a bit more voracious, a bit more successful, so to speak. Eventually, other kinds of colors would come out. Red ones with the element of fire, toxic purple ones, black ones that can corrode armor, that kind of thing. Became a problem. Lots of adventurers would be tasked with having to cull them because entire villages were being engulfed by this tide in Platea. But as you can see, I'm blue and that had nothing to do with me. I was actually, one day out foraging, and a strange individual captured me. You can kind of see his face a little bit. Always wore a big, pasty white mug with dark black circles round his eyes. Kind of like a harlequin sort of thing. Bit of a weirdo. He captured me in a bottle, took me home, and, well, it was a bit of a shyster, really. I remember he went, well, and then, I kind of went, well, back. I think he was surprised, because I think I was surprised. Before I knew it, he taught me how to speak, well, words, sentences, until one day he taught me my catchphrase. You fool! You thought I was a bottle of water, but I'm actually a slime! And, well, he'd take me out, round to the villages. Bit of a party trick, really. Startle people, mug 'em, maybe. Birthday parties. Great with kids. Anyway. One day, I remember he put me inside a bowl. There were several of them at the time, by an alchemist. He had this big grin on his face. Inside I could hear murmuring. There were bells. Something about a draft. At the time I thought they were talking about a drafty drink, not the other kind of draft. Anyway, couldn't get out. I was stuck real proper. He never came back. A little while went by. Grew weaker. There was movement. A lot of movement, shaking. Shouting, screaming. War? Remember bright lights. And then someone saying, "She's down. Help her quick." I remember being jostled. I remember that finally being released, weak, out in the open. I remember the panic. I remember so many dead bodies. A dead elf, maybe? Before I could say, "You fool!" Well, if I have the strength to. I remember a spear. And then nothing. What did it say? I wasn't listening.
I'll look over to the chalkboard where Omnios has been writing.
It's fading away.
Now, to clarify, was this simply Bo who saw this vision, or was it Omnios writing it out and having Bo remember?
I think from your perspective, you only really saw Bo probably introspective for a few moments and then have that reaction that he just had.
Oh, do you remember? Are you okay?
I'm fine. What did it write?
Nothing. Omnios didn't reveal anything to us for you.
Oh, okay. Wait, to clarify, so they have no idea, or were they reading? Because
they have no idea. It's not like Omnios spelled it out for them. It was just along the lines of like, Bo died the same time that you did. That was what they saw on the chalkboard.
All right. Well, in that case, retcon, and I suppose the stuff I said out loud, just to save recapping.
Okay.
So then you were there too.
I suppose.
I see. My eyes will drift over to Rue. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, I don't really see the point. Whatever happened, happened, right? We're here and there's something we're trying to do. I suppose, and I look over, if we can ask anything, don't we want to know if there's a way out?
That's a good question.
Where we should be going and not where we were? What's kind of what kind of difference is that going to make?
Aren't you in the least bit curious, you know, what your character was?
No. I'm me. I've always been me. I'm Riley. I work in HR.
And ask about who you think who you are. Very the least bit curious.
Well,
What's the point? It'll just make me sad.
Well, maybe it will. You don't know until you ask, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
The way I see it, Riley, is, for me, it is honoring the person that I've taken the image of to know their story. It's knowing their capabilities and their history, and holding them in my heart too. Allowing them to still have some sort of life and some sort of power within me. And if you don't want that, that is okay. Let the dead rest. And I do think that your question is very good. If Omnios does know anything about where it is we need to go to solve any of this, I think it's very important, yes. How do we end this? How do we get back?
I don't want to look back.
I'll give you a gentle smile. Omnios,
Glances towards you.
I know that this is a very broad and very difficult question. But as my friend here mentioned, it would be very, very helpful to us if there's any information, any guidance that you have towards pointing us in the right direction for those who wish to leave, or to stop all of this from happening with the rift, anything pertaining to that.
As you say this, Omnios is beginning to answer. And there is the moment where it's writing out the answer, and then this shriek cascades across the blackboard. And Omnios sort of like bucks and starts to recoil as it begins to respond. They start just freaking out in the room at the moment. They're sort of kicking over stuff, like knocking over books. And there is something that begins to show up on the blackboard. a drawing of the rift begins to appear. And you have, it's very like vague, just kind of outlines of the different continents. And you can see the rift begin to expand. And it's like a really low frame rate, almost animation that's playing out on the board. And you see Platea. And there is like an explosion that goes off there. And you see one of the towers has been destroyed in Platea.
It's on the move already.
Ooh.
Was it Muhn?
A very like fast scrawl. No.
It wasn't her.
Wait, what does that mean? Someone else is bonking the towers?
The rift grows more unstable.
Domino effect.
It might be breaking the towers now.
Oh.
Overpowering them, yes.
Don't have time. We have to leave. I have to leave.
Wait, did the goat thing say if there's a way out?
Might be too late for that now.
Is there like no, like, I don't know, special keyword like arch, doorway, computer, Alexa?
Words begin to appear on the board. Muhn is the key.
It's a key for what?
The door, maybe.
Started all of this.
She grows in power. Soon she will become transcendent.
Is there a way to stop that? To weaken her? Any sort of ritual? Anything?
But she's the key, so surely she can unlock whatever door this place has, and we can leave, right? If we want.
Leave? Regard to its destruction? You mean to flee? Is that what you want?
Well, no more like return home while I'm not a blob, but I guess kind of.
Right. I stand up. Well, if you're gonna leave and stuff, you guys can figure this out. I'm gonna prepare for war.
I'm gonna take the scroll out that I have for Queen Virulith from Elendrath, and I'm going to quickly just scrawl. The rift has expanded. We need to prepare. Muhn is the key. And that's all I'll say.
One
If-
more
Okay.
thing appears on the board, and it says, Muhn's choices will shape the future of this world and others.
Maybe we don't need to fight her. Maybe we just need to live long enough to talk to her.
She can stop the rift. If that is what is being said here, at the very minimum, we should at least try. You're not wrong.
You tried talking to her before, and look what happened. Are you mad? All of you. I'm contacting the Empress. Then I'm gonna contact home. Get all the troops together as possible. Put an end to this nonsense. We keep.
Does your home have dragons too?
I don't need to have dragons home. You're the finest military.
Is your
What?
military stronger than dragons?
What do you think your swords are going to do against the rift?
Oh, we have more than swords. And then I stand up and I turn around. You need to decide quickly what you want to do. This is escalating too fast. Started with her. It's gonna end with her. Either way. But I don't want to stand around and hope that we can talk to her after that didn't work the first time. And I don't know how many lives I have left, but I'm not trying to become paste once again. Do what you will. I bid you well. I will come back for an answer soon and see where you lie and support whatever you decide. I will not become your enemy, but I will not stand idle.
Do what you need to do.
I nod and I walk out the room to contact the Empress.
I'm gonna flip quickly through my grandmother's notes on symbols that I took from her house. Rue, may I put one of these symbols on you?
Yeah.
I think it might help us. And I'm going to go ahead and I will put the symbol of rebellion on you. If
Hold
there's a
out my
villain
arm.
present on the scene, any opposing checks that you make for that villain are going to be a critical success if they show the same number. And as long as they're not a fumble. So if you get a 2 and a 2, a 3 and a 3, it's a critical success. For any opposed checks.
If you roll doubles, basically, and it's not a fumble.
Yes.
PB is screaming somewhere. Howling.
Okay. I think it's like this. Got it. All right.
You see me clench my fingers into a fist.
I'm just stress eating tapas, I guess. It's just nuts, but I think maybe perhaps it's the dialect.
Riley, I know you'll make the right choice no matter what. We're with you.
I'm not ready to give up on her.
On the board, you see you are heroes for a reason. All of you. Despite your pasts.
Thank you, Omnios. I'll bow my head, and I will allow for the Arcanum to bind fully with me, having Omnios disappear from the scene.
The scroll sort of rolls up and turns to like golden particles, and we see them flow towards Arislith's hand.
I'll grab it and I'll hold it close. We may need more answers, so at least we have Omnios' help. Okay, what do we need in terms of preparations? We should get some last-minute supplies, right?
I guess. What do we need? I mean, like, last time we fought, or we were around Muhn, she squished me. How do we stop that from happening? Do we have, like, I don't know, a shoehorn?
Maybe we need to set a trap. Something... It's the Emberstone, right? The Emberstone is what changed her. It's what fuels her. Maybe if we can focus on that, stop it or hold it back.
I mean, is there any Emberstone here? Because, I mean, if there isn't, then I guess that's a good thing, right? She can't just randomly power up.
Oh, that's if she's coming here. But at any rate, trying to fight her not around Emberstone is a great idea. I'm trying to think of anything that we could do in terms of a ritual.
Do you think you could summon her?
Summon her? Why would... Into a trap?
I mean, we take portals all the time, right? I don't think it's the wildest option.
I mean, with the literature that I've been reading, it is possible for me to teleport us. I don't know if it's something that I could do for her.
Like a reverse teleport, but into an orb or something, so she can't like break out.
But I mean,
maybe we need information first. If
More books.
we summon to her and she's in the sky, we're just gonna fall.
should have asked if Omnios knew where she was.
Oh, true. Are you out of juice? How does that work? Is Omnios one of yours now? Can you just go, Omnios, what's going on? Or is that not the case yet?
No, I believe that I can.
Well, we're not alone here. We can try to ask some of the people here for help.
They are all scholars. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, Enders had spoken of some sort of ritual, to try and either bind her or do something to weaken her.
I mean, I remember that conversation too, and I remember agreeing with it, and I still think it's probably the best way to go around things, especially if, you know, she's all, wahahaha, come to me, my child, like she was before, because that was weird, and definitely deserving of, you know, stopping.
Right.
Bo kind of shrinks.
There's a reply on the scroll, by the way. You probably hear that horrible sort of ringing noise. And you can see that there is a response that says, "We have spoken with the Dragon Empress as well. Forces are being marshaled all over."
They're working together. And I'll show them the scroll. That's good. That's a really good sign. Okay, if some sort of binding is what we want to do, I know it would be a lot easier with Enders' help. But
I mean,
at any rate...
And it's his idea, right? And I'm not against it. Again, you know, we want to stop Muhn if Muhn is evil. If Muhn is an evil, we don't have to fight her. Even if she's the key. Right?
Right.
Right?
I don't know how this all will go, but I know that I'll do anything to protect you all. I'm going to go and resupply and search for perhaps some components for a ritual should it come to it. Some sort of material for binding. I suggest you both prepare if you need anything as well. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll rush off to the, to some of the stores in the area to try to resupply and get ready for what's coming.
Just kind of turn to Rue, go, so,
This has been the worst game I can't believe you talked me into playing this with you.
I mean, it's a long time ago now, but listen, we needed a support character and nobody wanted to be a dancer. You made friends.
I lost friends too.
Well, I mean, I guess we couldn't have predicted an apocalypse now, could we?
Do you think we have to fight her?
I certainly hope not. Because transcendental, or whatever that goat thing said, doesn't sound very good. Especially since Muhn was able to turn a dragon into goo dust. You know? I don't know. Everything we've seen so far about Muhn, even when she squished us, didn't seem to be like she was kind of, you know, she didn't have full control of her character. If you get me.
Yeah.
But then she did snap, and then there was all that violence, and those dragons, those poor dragons, and I have no idea what Ender's family is gonna do if they don't have dragons. But anyway.
I suppose at the very least, we've been through this together.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It just... We died.
Right. Yeah, there was that. But we're alive, so did we really? I waggle a pseudopod.
Do you think... It could happen again. And maybe this time Iris can't save us.
Huh. True? Very true? No, that's a terrible idea, Bo. Let's not do that.
What? Speak it.
I don't know. Escape plan, maybe?
Part of me has been wondering if all this time, if all we had to do was just go into the rift. It spat us out. What if we just need to go right through it again?
That would be painfully obvious, and I think I'd be really, really sad if that was the case. But we would need Muhn for it, right? She's the key! Right?
A key? The key to what?
Goat thing disappeared, but said Muhn's the key.
Half answers. World-ending problems.
World-ending problems.
I don't have preparations to make. And I open my inventory and just start pulling guns and swords and dead fish out. What's this going to do if the world's ending?
Do you know if
Greg approaches you and puts a hand on your shoulder.
He can't reach my shoulder. He's too short.
Okay, on your elbow. That
What was
thing
he
said
saying?
you were a hero for a reason.
Are heroes kind of like gods? You know, like there's trickster gods and stuff, and there's gods of not doing very much.
Sure.
And like, is there a difference between hero and martyr? Because I'm not necessarily. Let's There's so much I haven't done yet.
Well, anything you want to do before we've got to get turned into paste again?
I never thought you'd ask. And you kind of see Bo start to shake and jiggle and get bigger and bigger and bigger until he starts to elongate and becomes really long, like a long worm. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. But we've never really had a time to do it. I kind of turn this weird, long, blue worm-like form towards towards Greg and Rue. Okay. You kind of see around where the neck of this worm would be, kind of like a saddle, kind of like apparate on top of it. And I say, get on!
I pick up Greg and I put him on you.
Greg is trying to struggle away from it. I don't want to.
It's too late! Alright. I've never tried this before, but I've basically enabled my excavation module and now I can dig. I can burrow through the ground and move around.
Sure, you're in the Grand Scribe's office? Is that where you're doing this?
I suddenly realized that we're not outside.
Yeah, and you can't like strictly like fit perfectly, you know, from what you said. I mean, you have to kind of coil around.
Yeah. You know, this was a bad idea, okay? I quite literally couldn't read the room. What with these slime eyes? And I kind of like constrict back into my circular spherical small bow self again. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna make you call me Bohulud. We were gonna go on a journey. Maybe, I don't know, do you have any spice in your backpack? But I guess maybe if we survive being killed, then we can do it instead. Right. That's fine. I've just
I
been...
pick up the dead fish and I hold it out to you. That's all I've got.
A pseudopod extends and grabs it and... I wonder what the rest are doing.
Start putting all my shit back into my inventory. I don't know. They could be doing anything.
Switch scenes to Enders. Enders, where have you gone?
I think I walked. We're in the building close to the tree, right?
Well, you're in kind of like basically in the center. Like the roots cover where this like grand library is.
Right.
And the library itself is mostly like open floor plan. And then there was the office that was kind of like in the center where the Grand Scribe's office was.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a very strange library. You know, it's kind of like built with the roots in mind. So like the walls aren't square, you know, like it's just kind of an odd situation. There's rows of books kind of built into root shelves and whatnot. But
Okay.
it's mostly just like open. There's like, you can see the outside from inside the library.
All right, I'll go to a place in the library where the roots are the thickest, I guess. Closest. What am I doing? All right. And I've been contacting the Empress, and I even want to try to get in contact with Professor Drosk. Pretty much everyone that I can contact.
Do you have a scroll for Professor Drosk? I can't remember.
I want to say we did have a way to contact her. I don't know if I have it or if Iris has it, but I would ask the Empress if she can contact if she has any way to contact Brahm.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be a long wait for a response. Maybe less than a minute before the Empress would respond, and you'd see all countries have been contacted. Everyone is marshaling their forces.
All right. I'll write back.
The rift has expanded again. Has Muhn arrived?
No, she's not here. But
No one knows where she is.
Hmm.
We have several people performing rituals to try to find her.
All right, I have a plan. Forbidden magic. Multicasting. If I can rip a space in the void, if we can locate her, we can possibly have Irislith perform a ritual to target her, locate her. We can possibly trap her in the in-between and weaken her. Destroying her outright is not priority. We have information that she's the key to saving and or destroying. You would have to trust us.
What does that mean, like written, like in like big letters, you know, like?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, you said you got some information about
yes,
like some kind of choice or whatever.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's a choice. Basically, what I tell her, this is thanking her for the forces and everything, but the end goal has to come down to us. I'll say something like, I finally understand why we are called heroes, and we have to play our part. If our part fails, then take action, but stand by and ready. That's what I would say.
Very well. Prove yourselves to be heroes, and this world will never forget you.
And then I'll end with, please contact my family in Brahman. I'll give names. I don't even know if my family knows I mean, it's been 10 years, so they can only assume I'm dead. And then I stop. And I scratch out what I was going to say. Because if I fail, there's no need to put them through sorrow again. But if we succeed, I can tell them myself. I roll the scroll up. I've had 3 books in my hand. I grip them with confidence. I've studied every night these spells. It just comes down to doing it the right way this time. And I'll turn and look, and is anybody there? Is Lyra there? Anybody that's walking about?
Yeah, I mean, there's scholars kind of walking about, kind of going about their business.
Day lives, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reminded that the rest of these comrades of mine may not see what I see, but it just fuels me even more seeing them go about their daily lives, knowing that that can go away in an instant. And that I listened to what Irislith said about letting the dead rest, but we're here. Almost like I feel like I've been given a second chance, maybe a third at this point. And I gather myself and I storm out of the open area where I was to make myself. I want to try to find the Grand Sage.
The Grand Scribe.
Scribe. I keep calling him a sage. Scribe. Yes.
They are sages. This person's specific role, though, is the Grand Scribe. Yeah, it's probably not too hard to find this person. She's been kind of rushing about a bit. You can see that she's speaking to several of the assistants and scholars around the library, saying, "And you're sure that the illusions are intact? Good. And the barrier? Good. Excellent. Ah. Hello. Are you done with my office?"
Yes. But it seems that the time that we thought we had is sped up. And I look around, and I get close. Another tower has gone down. The rift has expanded. Platea is now in trouble. And time is of the essence. We spoke. We have our answers, but we need a place to perform a really large ritual.
Very well. We shall find a place outside the library, not inside.
Yeah. Yes, of course. And
perhaps down by the water, in case there is any side effects.
And away from any emberstone, if there's any.
We have no emberstone here.
Good. And I'll slightly grab, not even thinking, grab her shoulder. I saw what was in the book that you left out.
Your family history.
Yes. And my end. There's still more pages can be added, yes? I don't think my end will stop here.
I hope not.
We must move with haste. And I'll walk out with the Grand Scribe. And if I see Irislith or anybody, I'll just motion them along.
As you begin to walk outside, you can see Irislith probably rushing with several goods in hand.
I just was doing a little bit of preparation.
Oh,
I
yes.
think I might have some things we'll need for the ritual.
Great, come with us. We have a location. It'll be down. I'll let the Grand Scribe describe it. You may need to contact the others as well.
On it. Rue?
Yeah?
We're heading to find a site to perform the ritual we discussed. I'll let you know exactly where, or if you two want to catch up. I don't know if you're still in the office.
We're on our way out.
Alright. They're coming. We should probably just wait a moment for them.
Down by the water is probably best. As the scribe says this, there is this weird tearing sound from up above. You can see the area where the valley, sort of meets the mountains. This sort of ripple begins to happen, and there is a sight that I imagine that like Rue and Irislith and Bo probably remember. It almost looks like code, binary almost, is being written across what appears to be a bubble above the valley. And appearing in the air and falling towards Sanshan, you see Muhn.
Above us? Falling
What
down?
is that?
I grab the Grand Scribe and stand in front of her.
Impossible. What is going on?
Defenses are breached. Something's falling towards us. Can I, before this object comes into range of hitting whatever ground or us, can I cast a spell?
You can always try.
I want to cast Stop.
Okay, let's see what that does. Okay. So, are you casting this repeatedly? Because it will sort of stop her for a moment, like a few seconds.
I want to, yes, but I don't want to cast it like 100 times. I don't know what it is. So, in my head, I'm thinking it's coming down to like hit or destroy a certain part of this place, and the only thing I can think about is protecting the others. So once it becomes inevitable for it to be dangerous, that's when I want to start casting. If I have to cast it 3 times, I will.
First of all of you get a Fabula point for a villain appearing, and you can all hear the familiar sounds of your inventory notifying you of this. The interface rings. Warning. Warning. Villain approaching.
I would like to, as soon as I hear that noise, I'm rushing up with Bo and with Greg in tow, and I'd like to cast a spell
Sure.
at Enders.
At Enders? Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's do dex checks to see the order of how everything happens here. Okay. So Enders, please do dex open. Rue, please do dex open.
Okay. I have Lore Master.
Okay.
Which boosts my open checks. And I haven't used this
Or
yet.
Insight when you're observing something.
Okay. All right. Because it was a mod thing, so I don't know how it works. All right.
I rolled a 6.
Dex.
Dex open.
9.
All right. Enders cast this spell first, and you see this falling humanoid person that looks, at least from a distance, sort of like Muhn. And Enders, you freeze this falling figure, and
well, do I freeze the figure or do I stop time in general?
you stop time in their space, so it's
Okay.
like a bubble of time around them.
Hmm.
So she just kind of like stops for a few seconds, and then each time you want to cast this, that she will stop in place for like 5-6 seconds.
Okay. Well, do I notice something's happening around me, behind me? Do I sense a spell going off?
You can I would say you can make an insight check, and we'll say that this is just an open check. So
If
you
it
can
helps,
use
Lore Master.
use your
I'm
bullshit.
not doing this subtly.
Right.
I'm running at you and I'm saying, Enders!
My thinking is he's focused on this person falling, so I'm gonna make you roll just an insight to see if you notice, because I imagine you have to focus to cast this spell.
That's instantaneous. But let's just flavor text. Let's say I'm focusing. and I can't use that feature, can I?
You can.
You can.
Okay.
It's
So it says you perform mod. This is new. Says roll an attribute check on the selected actors. Hold shift to configure the check beforehand. I don't think I have. Okay, let me see. When you perform an open check, you use insight. You gain bonus equal to skill level of that check, which is 3. Okay, cool. We'll just do that then, I guess.
Bonus 3.
Okay. And you said open check insight.
And just to
Modifier
start,
3?
just so that this is made aware, in the background, I'm watching the two of them unfold and what they're doing to Muhn in the air, and I'm beginning to prepare the stuff that I am planning on using for the ritual.
Okay.
So you'll see me take out this glowing thread and begin to wrap it around my arm. I'm assuming it's probably going to end up being a conflict scene or something, so I'll have to do it over time.
Okay. Yeah, so Enders, you definitely can sense Rue is casting a spell behind you.
Okay. Is this back and forth turn based, or do I notice it where I can do something?
I think because Rue rolled a 6 on the dex check, you can definitely, you can always try to do something.
Okay. So whenever I sense something is about to come my way, I'm going to cast Mirror.
So this is a reaction, basically?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Till the spell ends, you should be cast an offensive spell on targeting.
It's up for a scene.
Right. Okay, so this isn't a reaction spell, but I'm going to say because you rolled higher on your dex check, you just beat Rue to the punch. Okay, so you cast Mirror on yourself. Rue, what were you doing?
I am running towards Enders, and you can see that I'm pulling flowers out from the folds of my armor, and I throw them into Enders' direction. But they are not my bladed roses. I cast Acceleration.
Okay.
And it hits your mirror.
So it's not an offensive spell, so
Right.
it doesn't get mirrored. So it actually does go off on Enders.
Okay. I see the mirror manifest, though. What does this look like?
It's a shimmer. It's a gleam. The reason why this spell is cast is because whenever I sense Valkyrie, I've already had a plan in my head, and it was to protect everyone. So the first protection is me, so I can do all my other spell casting. So the mirror instantly, yeah, it's a think of a shimmer like a crystal. Ice.
So I run up towards you, and as I'm casting this and I throw the flowers out to you, my face drops. I look startled to see that shimmer, even though my spell goes through. You can see that I falter. I stop in my tracks. Enders, I trust you. You've got this.
As I'm casting and I turn, I'm like, it wasn't for you. And I'll throw my other hand up and I'll turn in space, and another clock will spin and goes backwards as I cast another spell of stop.
Okay. This is your second one.
Yep.
Or your third one. Okay.
Second.
Yeah. So again, and Muhn has fallen, maybe another like 40 feet.
How far is she off the ground?
She was high up, so I mean several hundred feet. So now
Much more.
Yeah, I would say she's probably got like maybe like 500-ish feet left, something like that.
Okay.
Are you breaking her fall?
We have to work together, right? Don't stand around. And I throw another spell.
What do you want me to do?
But I'm gonna let her fall like a good bit. As I'm trying to explain to them, get your heads together. Are you heroes? Or are you not? And then I'll keep throwing stop.
But she's flopping in the air. What
I'm running out of resources.
I'm
that I
going
need.
to start running, and I will run as fast as I can to try to be underneath her.
If she's 500 feet in the air, I will, to save Rue from being crushed by terminal velocity big woman, I'm going to...
It's the way Rue would want to go, though, to be fair.
Don't say all of those characters.
Depends on how she's falling. How is she falling?
If you take this from me.
Yeah, Rue just turns and has that like super serious like Chad face when she turns around.
Because I can fly and we can grab her from the sky and take her down.
In this moment, I'll actually stop the preparations that I was doing. I'm gonna go ahead and cast divination on myself. What this is gonna go ahead and do for me is make it so that any creature that I see when they perform a check, I can go ahead and force rerolls as long as they're not a fumble or a critical success. So you'll see my hands pause. I've got this shining string kind of on my wrist, and I'm going to whip out my staff, and it's going to light up, and you'll see kind of like my eyes just glimmer for a moment, and I will go ahead and just keep an eye on the situation.
Okay.
Enders, tell me what to do.
Make yourself something to break her fall. I'm running out of resources.
I fly towards her as fast as I can with the intent to use one of my seats to grab her and take her down.
I will combo with him to cast my stop spell that I already spent, that I'm letting her fall. I'm gonna wait for him to get into position, and then I'll cast stop so it doesn't add him with the fall.
Bo, I think this will be a dex open check. Let's see how well this goes.
Okay, dex open check.
Yep.
Let's try it. No whammies. 11. Is that good?
It is, because Enders is slowing her down.
I'll take it.
We see Bo take off and fly up.
The shape of my flying mount isn't really defined because of how in a rush I am. I'm basically like a balloon that the end has been let go of, and I'm like flying towards Muhn. And there's just like a weird, like almost like a baseball mitt on the front of it where I'm gonna catch her with.
Sure. And just so you have this like picture, I mean, Muhn, literally looks like a falling angel from the sky. Like, this is kind of what I think you're all seeing, just
right.
Sailing towards the ground, and Bo rushes to catch her.
Right. I mean, it kind of feels like I didn't realize she was falling all graceful. Like, is she? I've been given an order. I'm flying. I'm gonna get her.
As you approach, Muhn is covered in viscera, and like she looks fucked up.
I have no sense of taste or smell. And
You're all taste. What are you talking about?
I'm flying straight towards her.
You catch her,
ignoring any compliments, and I grab. Okay, and then I start to descend towards the ground, towards Enders.
The water.
Do you say that so I can hear you?
Did we make it to the site or not? I don't even know.
You didn't. No, you didn't even make it to the site. The Grand Scribe was still trying to get everything organized, and you basically stepped outside the library and met back up with each other as this happened.
Guns, we went in the library. Did you break her fall? Or are you falling fast with her now?
I've taught her I can fly, so I'm flying down back towards the ground.
Right. When you catch her, when you catch her during the time spell, I release it for you to be able to, And I'm just like, Erislyth, now would be nice. I'm going to drink me a pot, if that's possible.
Okay. So we see Bo descending down towards the water.
Please don't crash me. Please don't crash me. Please don't crash me. I'm just flying towards the location.
As you descend, Bo, and land, everybody's sort of trying to catch up with you. Muhn begins to wake up.
As she awakens, I'm going to let go of her and shrink away back into my normal slime self and kind of just make myself as small as possible in the corner, watching.
I blink a couple times. Bo? Bo, are you? And I'm like, are you real?
I think so.
And I immediately am just speechless. Like, are we here in Nocisia? Is this Nocisia?
Yes.
Oh, is it just you? Are you, oh my God, I'm so glad to see you. I was just in, I don't even know where I was, but I just saw Tim Cross. And then you just see my face like, Tim Cross. I just ran into Tim Cross and I asked him to send me here, but I didn't think he was actually going to send me here. And then I was in front of the rift. Yeah. And boom. And now I'm here with you. Oh, and then I like sink to my knees and start ralphing.
You're covered in guts and you're making more of them.
Sorry.
Wait. You asked Tim Cross to send you here. Are you working together? Are you in cahoots?
No. I tried to attack him, and he just deflected it like it was
Muhn.
like it was nothing.
Muhn. The others are coming.
Wait, what?
Before the others are coming. Before they do, you need to say one thing to me. You squished me, Muhn.
I remember. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for squishing you, Bo. That must have not tasted very good. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Listen, I'm still trying to figure out where I am. And if you're real, I've been living off cave mushrooms. I left a guy behind in a glacier.
Are you on mushrooms, Muhn?
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Tentatively, apology accepted. Okay, the others are coming.
We see everybody sort of rushing down to catch up. What are you all doing?
I'm casting a spell. I start with the words, the forbidden, the unknown.
And you just hear me like, Enders!
Yeah, I'm casting a heroic skill. I'm spending a Fabula point. And it's not I'm not casting the full spell, but I'm preparing. The sky will open up, it will cut. You'll see claws, these hands come up, these shadowy hands come up. And once I give the final spell, it'll be in Syntharn. And these hands will reach and scrape across the sky and rip open a void. The void will be dark. It'll kind of look like almost like space. Tentacles will start to formulate. As I'm crouched down and I'm holding it there, and I'm just like, here, if you fail, I will finish it. We don't have time to talk here. And I'm beginning to cast Comet.
Enders, wait.
I've heard it before.
No,
Valkyrie, if you want to talk, you will have to do it on our terms. No!
涙の色はエメラルドブ宝石みたいに光ってる流れ星を見上げていたあの夜も